Yo, what's goody? My name's Nick, and today I'm going to give you an in-depth tutorial on how to drift a motorcycle. I've studied every tutorial out there, dude, and they're all great. They will all teach you how to drift. There's just some points I feel like I could emphasize and add on to, and really help you guys understand what drifting is and maybe help you get out there and get it. So first things first is wear some gear, dude. Don't be a squid. You're gonna fall doing this, trust me. So just wear your gear, save yourself some pain in the long run. And step two, get your tire pressure right. As a general rule of thumb, the higher your PSI is, the easier it is to drift. So I'm going to recommend a base PSI of 40. 40 PSI, it'll consistently stay slipping. It won't like catch traction as easy, because when you catch traction, you high side and get whipped into the ground, and that's no fun. Sucks, dude. So just raise your PSI up to 40. You can still wheelie on it, and yeah, dude, 40 PSI is good. Third step. Now we're going to talk about the entry, dude. We'll just get on the bike and do it and show you. So the entry into the drift, first things first, you're gonna wanna lock up your tire and get sideways. To do that, you pull the clutch in and you hit your foot brake. It's gonna feel like you're gliding on ice, and it'll get kind of squirrely behind you. After you lock up the tire and you're sideways, or you're sliding, you're gonna want to put your left foot down, because you're operating this with your brake. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are gonna wanna learn to go left. And try to whip the tail like when you were a kid on a bicycle and you lock up the tire and slide sideways all cool, you know? Everybody did it. Like that, but on a big bike. And you're gonna wanna turn into it initially. Here, I'll just throw the helmet on and show you what I'm talking about real quick. How to enter into it. Once you've gotten that down, once you can just lock up your tire, put your foot down, get sideways, this is going to be the first tip that I'm personally given that y'all probably never heard, is low side on purpose. You heard me, yeah, low side on purpose. That's why I recommend cages. That's going to do two things for you mentally. One, it's going to show you that a low side isn't that bad. If you fail to drift at any point, that's how you want to. You want to just give it gas on the low side. You high side, dude, it sucks. So low side on purpose. It's going to show you that when it comes out, you just stand up, dude. Like there's nothing to it. Even if you do go down with the bike, like it's soft. And it's going to show you that how low your bike can actually go. A lot of people think like, you know, when they turn it and just put it a little low, like that's getting low. Like, no, you gotta get low, bro. So, low side on purpose. Here's a couple low sides I'm gonna do on purpose, just to show you that, like, it's really not that bad. So, after you've low sided a couple times, you'll see that it's not bad and your bike can get super low. So now you're ready for the next step, and that's breaking the tire loose, actually starting the drift. The biggest tip I can give on this, besides make sure you are low, is drop your clutch mid-slide. One of the biggest mistakes I see when people are learning to drift, I did it myself, is like waiting till you've lost all your momentum and then dropping the clutch. And that gives you a higher likelihood of it hooking, catching traction, and like bucking you into a wheelie or something. So drop your clutch mid-slide. Once you start going, and continue it. Don't wait till you're at the end and then almost stopped before you do it. Like, drop your clutch while you still have momentum. It'll help the tire break loose. And since you're probably doing this with your foot down, it's just going to kick it around. Remember, we're turning our bars in at this point. We're not counter steered yet. You lock it up, turn it in as you're sliding, drop the clutch, and it's going to spin around. The higher the bike is, it'll probably make you want to start counter steering and leaving. Just keep your bars turned in, get low, drop clutch mid slide, and give it the beans, and I'll show you what happens with that right now. Now that you're in this phase of figuring out the lean angle needed and the throttle amount to kick you around into like a 180, there's going to be a lot of things to start paying attention to, and one of them is the throttle amount, the throttle range you need. You're going to low side a lot, and that's good in this phase. Remember that it's better to give it too much gas than not enough. So when in doubt, throttle out. Just give it the beans. But you'll start noticing the range of throttle it takes to not low side but continue bringing you around. At first you'll do a 180, and then you'll carry it over into a 360, a full donut, and then a donut and a half, and then two. Also, you're going to start noticing that as you give it gas and stay in the gas throttle, you're continuing to kick it around. The bike will want to counter steer sometimes to go wide. This is something that is necessary in a drift, especially like a donut is turned in super tight. A drift is really counter steered and wide. So pay attention to that, feel that out. Once you break the tire loose and you're continuing, see what happens when you turn the bars. Acclimate yourself, get used to counter steering when you need to continue it going around. Another thing is pick your foot up. I can't emphasize this enough. Leaving it down is not only just going to create a bad habit, it doesn't look good, you're dependent on your foot, but there's actually a science to it. Real quick, I'm going to put in a graph in the video right here. Well, not really a graph, but you see what I mean. Shout out Craig Lambert. High Riders Craig. He did this for me when I had my foot down learning. And he showed me that when your foot is down and the bike is down, but you're not fully on the peg and committed to the lean angle of the bike, your upper body will kind of be up a little bit, your outside shoulder especially, and what that is you're bringing weight to the outside. You're fighting the drift. Essentially, have a higher likelihood of high siding if you're coming in hot and counter steered and your foot's down and your body's up, you're going over.
Woo! Holy!
So as soon as you start spinning it around multiple times and learning throttle control, pick that foot up, dude. Like, pick the foot up. Now at this point, you should be able to come in, break it loose with the foot up, and continue a couple of them. Right here, this next piece of footage, you'll notice that when I come in, I'll already start to counter steer before I drop the clutch, so it'll carry me out instead of cutting it in sharp. Especially if you're low and committed with the foot up, that's what you're going to want to do, and that is essentially, what a drift is. So get the helmet on, slide it around, show you what I'm talking about regarding counter steering, going wide, throttle control, listening to that zone, and looking where you want to go, dude. So here's some footage of drifting. Wait, real quick, study that last clip. That's a great example of when your bars are turned in and your foot's down doing tight donuts compared to picking your foot up and counter steering and getting wide. That's going to be a great example of what you're going to start doing and what you want to work toward. And after that, dude, once you're counter steered, foot up, committed, and controlling with the throttle, you're drifting. So now the next step is mirroring all inputs and start going right. You're going to want to be able to hit left and right, be able to start doing figure eights. And once you're at that level of controlling it and jumping around and you understand the concepts of drifting, you start doing tank drifts like 50-50 and high share, etc. So again, my name is Nick, at The Real Ominous on Instagram. Follow me, holler at me. If this video has helped you, if you're learning from this video, send me some footage, send me your progress, dude. I'm always up to helping new people, so holler at me. I'm gonna end this whole tutorial with just some shredding, dude, so enjoy the footage. Thank you if this helped, and have a great day.
Mm-hmm.